What up, this is Johnny P of Streetscape Sounds, and this is Mixed Tips for HipHop Heads.
Streetscape!
Today I'm going to talk a bit about buses, what they are, how to make them, how to use them. Let's get into it. So this is a song called Cry by an artist named Vision. I made the beat on this one. Gonna give it a play, let you hear what's going on right now.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life. Dreamed of days where all she did was smile and rode her bike. Mama met a man, feels like he don't hold her right. He visits in her room and she's scared and alone at night.
Wish we could have had a happier song for this tutorial, but it's what I happen to be working on right now, so we take what we can get, right? Alright, let's move on. Everything's sounding alright, but the vocal's a little dry, a little boring. Let's add some reverb and sauce it up a little bit. Alright, so here's my verse, and I want to send this to another channel. So let's go up here, create track, new track, stereo because we want reverb. We want it to sound like it's in a room, so we need the left and right channel. Change audio to aux input and create. Now, since I know this is going to be reverb, I'm going to name it that. Now the next thing, you got to set your input here. So go input bus, and we need to choose a bus. Any orange ones are already taken, so let's go with 3 and 4. And we need to set our output. Most often this is already going to your speakers. I have a mix bus already. I'll teach you about that later. So I'm sending this to the mix bus. Now let's add a reverb plugin. I'm going to go with Reverb since that's a stock Pro Tools plugin. Let's go with medium. I like plates for vocals. So now we got our bus set up, but there's no audio going to it yet. So let's send that from the verse. Let's go over to sends, output, bus, and we'll choose our bus from here. So now we got the audio coming from the verse, going out bus 3 and 4, into bus 3 and 4 here, and then that is going out to our main bus, and that's going out to what we hear. So now I'll show you what that is doing to our vocal. I'm going to solo the vocal, and I'll bring that in.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life. Dreamed of days where all she did was smile and rode her bike.
So you can definitely hear what it's doing. I'm going to put the beat back in, and I'm going to blend it in.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life. Dreamed of days where all she did was smile and rode her bike. Mama met a man, feels like he don't hold her right. He visits in her room.
Alright, I like that. So let's do the same thing, but let's make it a delay this time, and I'm going to show you an easier way. Let's go to our verse, go to our sends, and send that out to a new track. Here, we can create mono or stereo. I want stereo for my delay. Keep that aux input, and I'm going to name it delay. You can see right here it's already named it down there and in the input and in the send, so it keeps everything organized. Need to change my output to my mix bus, and now this is going to the delay. So let's add our delay plugin here. I'm going to go with the H delay this time. Alright, let's see what that's doing.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life. Dreamed of days where all she did was smile and rode her bike.
Alright, let's blend that in with the music.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life. Dreamed of days where all she did was smile and rode her bike.
So now that we got these sending to our reverb and delay, our main audio is still coming out into our mix bus, and the delay and reverb is also going into the mix bus. Another way we can use buses is for vocal effects. So let's create a new one. This time I'm going to make it mono because I want it all in the center. Let's keep it aux, and I'm going to call this one effects. Set the output to my mix bus. I'm going to add a bit of distortion to this first. So I'm going to go to Avid Sans Amp. And I'm just going to crank this. I want lots of distortion. Let's blend that in and see how it sounds.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life. Dreamed of days where all she did was smile.
So you can hear what it's doing. I'm going to add another EQ onto there. And this time I'm going to use this vocal preset, telephone vocal. Let's hear what that sounds like.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life. Dreamed of days where all she did was smile and rode her bike. Mama met a man, feels like he don't hold her right. He visits in her room and she's scared and alone at night.
Alright, I like that effect, but it's a little much. So let's turn it down on the volume.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life.
Blend that
Dreamed of days where all she did was smile and rode her bike. Mama met a man, feels like he don't hold her right. He visits in her room and she's scared and alone at night.
Alright, so I don't actually want this megaphone effect on my song. I just wanted to show you another use for buses. So I'm just going to delete that one. Remove your sends here. So since we're using these sends to go to our delay and reverb, our main audio is still coming out into our mix bus or your speakers.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life. Dreamed of days where all she did was smile and rode her bike. Mama met a man, feels like he don't hold her right.
Another thing we can do with buses is use them to group and organize our instruments, vocals, verses, hooks. I'm going to show you how to do that now. So these ones here are my instruments. I'm going to highlight them all, Shift Alt and click, go down to new track, stereo, aux. This is my instrument bus. Change the output to my mix bus. This may be going out to your speakers on yours, but I have mine going to a mix bus. And then the mix bus goes to my speakers. So now all these instruments are going to this instrument bus here. If we want, we can adjust the volume of everything at the same time now. We can mute it, we can solo it.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life. Dreamed of days where all she did was smile and rode her bike. Mama met a man, feels like he don't hold her right.
So now that the instruments are all going to the instrument bus, I can easily control the mix of all the instruments at the same time just using this fader. And another reason you want to use this is any processing applied to this instrument bus is going to affect everything going to it. So now I can set up a compressor on this channel. I like to use this SSLG bus.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life. Dreamed of days where all she did was smile and rode her bike. Mama met a man, feels like he don't hold her right. He visits in her room and she's scared and alone at night. She thinks about running and never looking back, but knows if she gets caught how he's gonna.
Alright, so this compressor is affecting all of my instrumental. So you can also put on any EQ that you want. Go with the Avid one again. Now this EQ will adjust everything there. So now that I got my instrumental going to a bus, I'm going to do the same thing for my verse. Highlight them all, Shift Alt, click on your output, new track, stereo, aux. I'm going to name it verse bus. And I'm going to do the same thing to my hook. Now I'm going to put all my buses together, keep things organized. So now we can control the instrumental, the verse, and the hook all from here. So once you get the hook sounding good, get the verse sounding good, just use this to do some final touches.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life. Dreamed of days where all she did was smile and rode her bike. Mama met a man.
Now that we got everything going to these buses, we can control the volume, we can put effects, we can also mute whatever we want.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life. Dreamed of Mama met a man, feels like he don't hold her right.
But you can still hear our effects, so let's create a bus for those too. Let's go down to the delay and reverb, highlight them both, Shift Alt, send that out to a new track, and we're going to call this one effects bus. And bring that down to and set it to my mix bus. So now we have everything right here.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life. Met a man, feels like he don't hold.
So now that everything's going to these buses, let's take it one step further and let's make a bus for the buses and the buses that were bused to the bus. This mix bus will act as the master fader. I've already got my mix bus set up, so I'm going to make this inactive and do it again from scratch. Highlight all our buses, Shift Alt, new track. You want it stereo for the mix bus, auxiliary input, and let's name it mix bus. And you'll see everything is now going to this bus. Then you want to make sure the output is going to your main speakers. Since this is the mix bus, it's the final one, this is what you hear with the end product. So now everything's going to this mix bus here, so I can mute it or apply any processing I want to the entire track. So I'm going to put this compressor on the mix bus again.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life. Dreamed of days where all she did was smile and rode her bike. Mama met a man, feels like he don't hold.
So that is now compressing our whole mix. This one here compresses the instruments. You can have one on the verse. You can have it on the hook for a different kind of compression. This is also where you'd want to put a final limiter. I'm going to go with this Waves L2.
Little angel, nothing but hope in her life. Dreamed of days where all she did was smile and rode her bike. Mama met a man, feels like he don't hold her right.
So now you know what a bus is. Like and subscribe if you liked the video. Comment below if this video helped you. And stay tuned for more.
Streetscape!